Hi, this is
Oh,
Cynthia
sorry.
from Team Pages, and I'm doing the Rising to the Top interview series. Today, I have with me Sean Johnson, who plays with the Chicago Fire soccer team. Sean, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, anytime, anytime.
Could you tell me about where you grew up and what some of your favorite sports were growing up?
Yeah, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, a little bit outside of Atlanta in a suburb. I played, basketball and soccer growing up, but soccer primarily. So, my parents are from Jamaica, so soccer was kind of built in from when I was really young.
Great. And did you always want to become a professional athlete, or did you ever want to be something else?
There's always a thought. I actually went to school, not knowing whether or not I'd become a professional athlete. So I was always prepared to go into the working world. But I think it all worked out for the best. And it was always a dream of mine to become a professional athlete, and it happened. So now it's kind of a surreal reality.
That's great. How did your friends and family support you to become a professional athlete?
I think playing with the team all last year, and being a possibility. I think my family's always backed me, and friends have always supported me, um, no matter whether or not a contract offer was on the table, or if I was unsure that I was going to go. They're always there, giving me the support and encouragement that it would happen if I just believed. So the positive reinforcement from friends and family was always good.
So Sean, can you tell me about any coaches you had which were really inspirational and helped you get to where you are today?
Yeah, actually, I'll start from club soccer. Mark McCain and Masood Rushandel are my two club coaches who were instrumental in helping me get to college. And then once I got to college, my head coach, Brian Cunningham, gave me the opportunity to play as a freshman, which I'm thankful for. And the two goalkeeper coaches I had while I was there, Paul Nagy and Jim Cofer. When I was playing with the national team, I think Tim Mulqueen was the goalkeeper coach with under 20s last year, and I think he was very, very helpful in my development in becoming a professional soccer player. And obviously now the coaching staff we have here at the Chicago Fire, but I think those are the guys that mainly helped me get to where I am today.
Great. That's great that you had all these wonderful coaches in your life. Can you tell me about if you have a inspiration or hero that you look up to?
Well, I mean, I guess my mother's always my inspiration. I think my relationship, or any child's relationship with their mothers, is very, very, very important. And I talk to my mom pretty much every single day, and I think she's my biggest fan, and she keeps me going. It just keeps everything positive, and if I ever, get down or just want to talk, she's always there. Player wise, I think, Timmy Howard from our U.S. national team is probably one of my favorite players to watch in the goalkeeper position. And it's been great just watching him. He's very professional, carries himself well, and I think, trying to model my game after his, if you will help me out in the future.
So what do you do to prepare yourself for a big match or game?
I think my preparation is the same. Just waking up, having a good meal. I try to stay relaxed and just kind of keep my mind clear on game days. I more so just rest and kind of lay low on game days. But sometimes teammates or friends come over and we'll just play video games and just hang out like we would on a normal day. Just try to keep the routine the same every game day. Just try not to overthink matches. So
That's awesome. What kind of diet do you eat during the regular season?
I try to eat pretty healthy. I think it's important just because it's a really long season, and what you put in your body, is your fuel. I think I try to eat a lot of pasta, grilled chicken, like salmon, just a lot of grilled stuff. No fried foods. Try to stay away from junk food as much as possible. But yeah, for the most part, I try to mix a salad in there. Occasionally, pretty much, once a day, I try to eat at least a salad. But I pretty much eat healthy for the most part.
Okay. And what advice would you give to young athletes who have a dream of becoming a professional athlete one day?
I'd say just keep working hard. I mean, as a young athlete, you always have a dream to play, but I think staying focused in school because school is going to take you just that much closer to where you need to be a professional athlete. Because I had to go through high school, college, and then become a professional athlete. But if you don't keep your grades up in school and things like that, it's not going to be a possibility. I think just putting in the extra work, even after their practices, going out working on their own, just taking some pride in what you do, and just working hard will get you to where you need to be.
Okay, so here at Team Pages, we have a lot of youth teams that have a lot of, inspiring goalies. Do you have any specific advice you have for youth that really want to be professional goalies one day?
I'd say just repetition. Well, I guess they say repetition is the father of learning, but just as many repetitions as possible is the only way. In playing games, I get my experience through playing games, and in practice, you try to do the same thing over and over and over until it becomes routine. So I think from a young age, just trying to do the simple things right, and do them right over and over again will just kind of instill them in you and make you a good goalkeeper.
And also on the train of thought of goalies, what advice do you have for goalies to get their head back in the game after they've let in a goal?
I think goals are a part of the game. For young goalkeepers especially, I think they may be a little harder on themselves than older, more experienced goalkeepers. But I think they just have to kind of just tell themselves, just be confident and know that you're a good goalkeeper. You have the qualities it takes to win a match, and it's a goal. One goal doesn't necessarily mean your team's out of it. You can still make saves and keep your team in it. So just keeping your head up after a goal scored is definitely important because the team can feed off of your energy. And if you're negative after a goal scored, then your team may lose confidence in you and stuff like that. So I think just staying positive for a full game and just staying focused and doing what you can to help your team win at the end of the day will carry you through a full game.
That's great advice, Sean. As this is your first season playing for the Chicago Fire, what are some things that you're looking forward to this season?
I think right now we're in a position where I think we play well throughout the rest of the season, and I think it's very possible, and everybody believes in the same goal in making the playoffs and ultimately hopefully winning a championship. Are things that we look forward to this season. We signed a couple of players in Neri Castillo, Freddie Ljungberg, and also Gonzalo Cigars. So I think those additions as well. I'm looking forward to playing the rest of the season with those guys and having them contribute and help us to get to where we need to be at the end of the season.
Great. And I understand that your first game playing in the MLS with the Chicago Fire, you guys won. How did that feel?
Correct. It felt good. It felt good. I think it's always good to start off on the right foot, and for me, it's a confidence builder. Going to any game and winning your first match is only positive, and I think keeping the momentum rolling into the New York game and also the New England game we have coming up is important as well. I think everybody since the LA game has been very positive. It was the start of the second half of our season in LA, and everybody's been positive and buying into winning and getting results. So I think it's a common attitude throughout the team, and I think it's great for us. And I think we should be able to get the results we need from here on out.
Great, Sean. Well, that's all I'm going to ask for you today. Thanks so much for taking the time to interview and to answer a few questions. And
No
good
worries.
luck with the rest of the season.